Does money make you happy? Do we need money to be happy? Are you tired of listening to rich people driving around in their Bentleys and Mercedes telling you that money won't make you happy? Well, in this video, we're gonna get real. Stick around to the end where I tell you how for many people, the answer to this question can be a matter of life or death. Coming up. Hey, I'm Dr. Brad Klontz, your financial psychologist. On this channel, we help you transform your relationship with money, master the psychology of wealth, and live a life of abundance. So if you're new here, please subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss anything. Now let's get started. Does money buy happiness? This has been a hotly debated topic with numerous studies over the years, and it's complicated. In some ways it can, and in some ways it won't. Check out this video for the 4 ways that money can make you happier. But in this video, I'm going to reveal the 4 reasons that money won't make you happier. Reason number 1, the Joneses effect. Studies have shown that there's an association between money and happiness up until a household income of around $75,000 a year, which for most people covers your basic needs, food, housing, that sort of thing. Above that, there is no significant correlation. But the problem with that $75,000 a year number is that it's a national average, and it doesn't apply to so many of us, especially when we live in an area where the average family is making more or even much more. When we see our neighbors having stuff we don't have or giving their kids experiences we can't afford to give ours, this feels terrible. We end up feeling deprived relative to the people around us, a phenomenon called relative deprivation. Reason number 2, the happiness treadmill. I've got a question for you. When it comes to money, how much is enough? Well, when you ask people who make $25,000, they say $50,000. When you ask people who make $50,000, they say $100,000. When you ask people who make $100,000, they say $200,000, and on it goes. So when do we have enough money to make us happy? Answer? Never. Say what? Yep, it's true. Psychologists call it the hedonic treadmill. We think that when we reach a new goal, it will bring happiness. So we work hard to achieve the goal, we save, we sacrifice, we do what it takes. And when we finally reach that goal, do we live happily ever after? Of course not. We pick a new goal and climb right back onto the treadmill. The happiness we do feel when we reach a goal is great, but it's fleeting and we quickly slide back down to our baseline level of happiness. We then move on to chase the next thing we think will eventually make us happy, which of course, it doesn't. So please take great joy in the pursuit of your goals. That's where the magic is. You'll never achieve lasting happiness by achieving your goals. It just doesn't work that way. Reason number 3, money worship, money scripts. There's a downside to the belief that money will make you happy or that money will solve all of your problems. In our research on money scripts, we call these beliefs money worship scripts. Study after study has shown that the stronger we are attached to these types of beliefs, the more likely we are to have lower net worth, higher credit card debt, and engage in self-destructive financial behaviors in an attempt to buy more stuff or otherwise waste our money trying to make ourselves feel better about ourselves or prop up our mood with some retail therapy. So the more intensely we believe that money will make us happier and solve all of our problems, the more likely we are to sabotage ourselves. Reason number 4, our happiness set point. We all have a happiness baseline from which we don't stray too far. For some of us, it's genetically hardwired, and for others, it's conditioned by life experiences, but for most of us, it's a combination of the two. So while we have natural fluctuations in how we are feeling moment to moment and day to day, based on what's happening in our lives, we tend to drift back to our happiness set point. So how does money play into this? Now, don't get me wrong, a huge pile of money will make you very happy in the short term. However, you're very likely to revert right back to your typical happiness set point before you know it. So, I promised you I would end this with a discussion on how the belief that money buys happiness can be a matter of life or death for some people. I've worked with many clients who have worked hard for years and have achieved the success they've always dreamt of. When these people have been carrying the strong belief that money and success will make them happy and they finally achieve it, they quickly realize that they're still themselves and it didn't magically change their family, their relationships with others, and their feelings about themselves. In fact, when money and success was their primary goal and they look behind the curtain and see that it doesn't give them what they truly wanted, Many slip into a depression and struggle to find meaning in their lives, which can put them at risk of wanting to end it all. So my best advice is to make yourself as happy as you can right now by paying close attention to the love, the beauty, and the abundance all around you. If you can achieve happiness now in your current situation, then you'll be able to make the most of more money when it comes into your life, and you'll be able to use it to improve your overall level of happiness. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, please subscribe. And make sure to check the video description below for links and resources. We'll see you next time.